Welcome to a lesson on how to find the domain of a function that contains a square root from its equation. The domain of a function containing a square root includes all values of the variable for which the radicand is greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, we must solve the inequality radicand greater than or equal to 0. For f of x, the expression that we will use to determine the domain is x minus 1 times x plus 4 greater than or equal to 0. And to solve this inequality, we will create the sign table. The factors are x minus 1 and x plus 4. The number line from negative infinity to infinity. The zeros for each factor, 1 and negative 4. X minus 1 is 0 at 1, and positive to the right, negative to the left. X plus 4 is 0 at negative 4, positive to the right and negative to the left. And the expression under the square root is going to be positive from negative infinity to negative 4, negative from negative 4 to 1, and positive from 1 to infinity. So the domain of f of x is the set that contains all the values of x that produce greater than or equal to 0. That means positive or equal to 0. And these quantities are here on the left where it is plus and equal to 0 at negative 4. On the right where it is plus and equal to 0 at 1. The domain in interval notation is negative infinity comma negative 4 closed union closed 1 infinity. For g of x, to find the domain we must solve the inequality x squared minus 10x minus 24 greater than or equal to 0. We need to factor the left, x minus 12, x plus 2, greater than or equal to 0, and we need to create the sign table for the expression on the left. X minus 12 is one of our factors and x plus 2 is the other one. The number line from negative infinity to infinity with the zeros of these two factors, negative 2 and 12. X minus 12 is 0 at 12, positive to the right and negative to the left. X plus 2 is 0 at negative 2, positive to the right of its 0 and negative to the left. The product, which corresponds to the radicand, will be positive when they are both negative or when they are both positive and negative in the middle. And the inequality greater than or equal to 0, which means positive or equal to 0, will be true in the interval from negative infinity to negative 2 or at negative 2 and at 12 or to the right. So our domain in interval notation will be negative infinity comma negative 2 union 12 infinity. You should pause the video now and try to determine if you can find the domain of h of x. Then resume the video and see the solution. So our inequality greater than or equal to 0 in factored form is x minus 5, x minus 1, x plus 1. The sign table indicates that the areas of the number line for which the expression is greater than or equal to 0 is between negative 1 and 1 inclusive and from 5 to infinity with 5 included. So the domain is the closed interval from negative 1 to 1 union closed at 5 to infinity open.